Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Wednesday, March the 6th, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by wallstreettrading.com. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets here. The Dow Jones is up 151 points. The Comp Q is up here a little over 36.5 points. The Russell 2000 is pretty much flat. S&P up 14 points. Taking a look at a couple key sectors here. The XLF is up 9 cents for the financials. The oil index, the XOI, is down $1.50 here. USO crude oil down 37 cents. Crude oil is pretty weak today. GLD is up 38 cents. Gold miners catching a nice bid today up here, up $1.05. JJC copper weak today, down 36 cents, and the SLV up 18 cents. All right, so some decent action in some key stocks and some sectors today. However, the Nasdaq was showing some relative weakness to the other indices first, and they started catching up to the Nasdaq as we had Apple breaking down today, and I believe we had Apple and Amazon pulling back a little bit today. And then right now, let's go and take a look at the ES chart, the 50-minute chart here. You can see we were trading above this range going into the open above the 1541 and 1536 range that we had from yesterday on the ES. This is a 50-minute chart, by the way. Had a little bit of selling pressure. Off the go. Buyers came right back in, and then really when the 10 o'clock news came out from the factory orders, I guess it was not bullish as people expected, as investors and traders expected. So they started selling the market down. Once we got below this 1541, that was a trigger to go short, and we were able to participate in the short from 1538. I actually got our traders involved to the short side above that level around this 1542.75 area for the fact. If you take a look at this key trend line right here, one second here. If you take a look at this key trend line right here, this little black channel that I have right here from these trend lines, you can see that this was a nice little channel that we were trading in from Monday. All right, so remember, these trend lines, when they're relevant, they're relevant until they're not relevant anymore. And right now it's still relevant because you can see overnight, going into yesterday's session, we consolidated sideways, and then going to the open, we bounced off that level right there from that trend line, and we took off to the races. Same scenario this morning, except this morning we already extended, of course, in the market. Not many people were looking to buy the market. There wasn't really anything interesting out this morning in the market to kind of get people giddy, and then the news came out. So therefore, you can see going into the open, we broke below the trend line. Some sellers came in. We got right back above it. Some buyers came in, but then they knocked it right back down. So once we went back below this trend line, we started seeing there was trouble breaking back above that key trend line, along with trouble breaking back over yesterday's highs around 1542.75. That's when we told everybody in our chat room to get short the ES, and our target was 1538, back down towards the bottom of that channel, or back down to the bottom of the range. That's exactly what happened, and so far that trade is working out well. Again, if you guys are futures traders, you're more than welcome to come to the chat room. Just go to wallstreettrading.com and go to wallstreettrading.com and fill out the form for the free trial on the right-hand side of the homepage there, and you can see how we maneuver through the markets, trading stocks off the ES action. And we look at the SPY sometimes. Of course, we have some home gamers or some retail traders that like to trade the SPY to track the S&P. If we take a look at the ETFs here on the market, you can see the triple Qs, all right, gapped up on the 50-minute chart. This is, by the way, again, gapped up towards that 68.88, and we've been fading back down since. We still have some nice action off of yesterday's price action. In other words, if we hold yesterday's opening price around 68 on the Qs, and we consolidate above 68 for the next couple of days, that would be fine as well. We don't have to just keep on blasting off on the Qs. The Qs already did enough work finally by getting above the 68 level. As far as the IWM goes, IWM pretty much just trading sideways, not really doing much here. As you can see on the 50-minute chart, the IWM sideways action, not really much to talk about there. They are going negative right now. If we were to get some selling pressure, you could maybe look for the scene to come back down towards the 91 level. If we get back to the top side, you could, the high of the day on the IWM is over here around 92.60. Taking a look at the SPY 50-minute chart, you can see here sold off a little bit. All right, we feel the gap fill, and we're kind of at some support right here from yesterday's last hour trading around this 152.20 level here. So as long as we go hold up around this 152.20 level, we could possibly expect them to kind of establish a range now with this little bottom range down here and probably push us back up towards the top. So it's kind of tough to try to get short right here the market, so I'll be careful with that. Let's go and take a look at a couple key stocks that we were watching this morning. One of the stocks that we mentioned was this PBR trade. All right, PBR gave a nice trade here. Not a fast mover, but you can see they had some news come out pre-market. I believe they were charging more for their oil prices or something like that. I forgot what my partner said, but the news came out in the room. We gauged a pre-market. We were looking for a buyable pullback back down towards the 16 level. If you take a look at the 5-minute chart here, you can see it formed a nice little bull flag pre-market. So the whole strategy is not to buy it while it's extended on the open right here, unless it was to give a quick move to the top side, but to wait for a pullback. So we watched it around 16. Around 16 we stopped it, then we initiated a position around 1604 right here, and we've been trading it ever since then. It's just grinding high. We're expecting this one to go back up towards the highs. The news is bullish. It is a professional gap, meaning that a lot of people that were short for the past couple of days, maybe even weeks, are pretty much stopped out their trades. They have to cover their shares. Therefore, this thing's looking to move higher. We're long from 1604 with a stop now underneath 16. All right, tight risk there. So that one's working out pretty well. What other stocks do we have on the radar here? WLT gave a little nice pop near the open. You can see this was one that we were watching. We got involved in this one around the 30-65 area, but you can see it hasn't been able to do much there. It's kind of just chopping around, but keep an eye on it. It's a little bit extended right now, of course, on the 30-minute chart, so it may pull in a bit here, or at the same time it may just kind of consolidate up here against this 31 level and then break out even higher back up towards the highs around 31.23. Not much action in today. Apple selling off. I track Apple, but I don't trade Apple on a daily basis. But Apple selling off a bit there. If you caught that move, good job. This one gave you a nice little trade off the open. Amazon showing a little bit of weakness today. Amazon down $3.46 from the opening price. And WLT showing some relative strength. LVS showing some strength. Cree continues to show some strength. IBM showing some strength today. So aside from that, guys, hope you guys are having a great day. I'll catch you guys after the close with the after the bell market summary. Make sure you check out our website, wallstreettrading.com. If you're interested in trading with our firm, contact me at ccooper at wallstreettrading.com and come check out the good stuff that we're doing over here with a lot of good stuff coming in the near future here. Have a great day, guys. Cheers.